Hello, beautiful souls. In today's video, we are going to be doing a reading and an energy update for our beautiful collective here on YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning into the reading today. Simply by being present here, you are sharing an energy that is powerfully, actively co-creating all of the messages and pieces of information that want to come through today's reading. So I'm going to go ahead and start by shuffling the Energy Oracle Cards deck. While I'm shuffling, if you would like to contribute your energy in a stronger way, feel free to like the video or subscribe to the channel, as these are forms of energetic transference that tend to allow me to more easily pick up on your energy and channel more specifically for you and your situation. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. What can I channel for all of the beautiful souls tuned into today's reading? Okay, so we have Angel of Love in the reverse position, sitting on the throat chakra, and I very clearly just received the message someone who can't love themselves is not communicating with you, or is not communicating consistently to you, or saying something specific to you. As you guys know, I do channel many different energies, people, situations, etc. at these readings, especially the Monday, Wednesday, Friday collective readings, so be sure to always use your intuition and only take the messages that connect with you in a personal and intuitive way. But I am picking up on a thread of energy here where there is a person who is lacking consistency with you. Either they are not communicating consistently, I should say, or maybe they are completely silent and not communicating whatsoever. But regardless of the circumstances or how that is applying, what you need to understand about this person is they are internally disconnected from the energy of unconditional love, meaning this is someone who's really struggling to love themselves, to see their own value and worth. And this is affecting the way that they are communicating with you. Now, there is a bit of an overarching, more generalized spiritual reason for why this is happening between the two of you. And this actually could be a familiar kind of situation for you, because you are someone who is a deeply unconditionally loving person. Meaning you've learned how to unconditionally love yourself in many ways. Because when you break down the barriers to unconditional love internally in the form of what we call self-love, that naturally opens you up energetically to radiating that unconditional love frequency externally, and that is what is happening within you. You are consistently radiating this really powerful, unconditionally loving essence, this energy, and this particular person is having difficulty connecting with that consistently within themselves. Now, it's interesting that we keep channeling through that word consistency or consistently. And because of that, I feel as though this may be someone who actually does at times interact with you or communicate with you, but it's just lacking that rhythm of consistency, and that might be creating a bit of frustration on your end. Now, ironically, I'm picking up that if you were to lower your own vibration to be a less self-loving or less unconditionally loving person, you and this person might actually, at least temporarily, be connecting more consistently, because that's more of the energy that they are familiar with. They are almost comfortable with being judged or conditionally loved because that's how they perceive themselves, but it's because you are holding this unconditional love frequency that this person is having a difficult time keeping up with that. Now, of course, that could lead to the temptation on your end, and maybe you've already felt this temptation of lowering your own frequency to some extent in order to better connect with this person, but the guides or your higher self, whatever cosmic forces you personally connect with, have really been admonishing you to not do this, to not lower your frequency for the sake of connecting more with this physical individual at this time, because the frequency you are on is bringing so many powerful, wonderful things into your life. This actually brings me to something that I feel is going to be the title of this video. I thought of this and considered making it the title, but then I wasn't sure if the messages were going to correlate or align with that download. But now I'm feeling this coming through, because I had a sense, first of all, that this reading is going to be particularly timeless. Now, all of my readings are technically timeless, but at times we do channel more so into energies that are happening more at the time of the actual posting, so energies of certain calendar dates or seasons of the year and that kind of thing. So even though those readings are timeless as well, there's a special, particularly timeless quality about this specific collective reading. And I really received that download in advance of the reading that what is going to be coming through here is meant to find you whenever it reaches you. Also, this video is going to be reaching people at different times in terms of 3D physical time. So you might be watching this weeks, months, or even years after it's been created. But whenever you align with it, there is a message here for you. Specifically, I'm hearing that if you continue on this trajectory, meaning holding this frequency that you are currently embodying, you are going to see massive shifts, transformations, and blessings happening in your life. Specifically in the next 90 days or the next 3-month period after connecting with this video. Because I feel those who are resonating with this video have shifted their frequency onto this higher vibrational timeline trajectory. And as we know, whenever you shift your frequency onto a higher vibrational timeline, that particular timeline comes with it a series of natural, automatically occurring trajectories in your relationships, in your work, in your finances, in your physical, in really every sense and aspect and area of your life. Because, of course, every aspect and area of your life is actually holistically interconnected. So whenever you found this video, you've connected with this consciously at this time because you've already shifted your energy in a certain way that has been felt and sensed by all the universe. And so the message here is to continue holding the frequency that you are holding because you are going to be experiencing massive shifts, transformations, and blessings in your life within the next 90-day period. So it's interesting that this particular person is coming up here because I'm feeling as though this is someone who might be tempting you to lower yourself from this timeline, to question the timeline that you've aligned with, to wonder if maybe you should dilute yourself. Maybe you are too much for other people. No, that is not the case at all. You are not too much. You carry an extremely bright, bold, vibrant, powerful energy that touches and transforms people beyond what any of us are capable of consciously understanding as humans. But you need to know that the effect that you have upon others is enormous. Again, this frequency that you are embodying, the very frequency that some people might be afraid of or consider too much or not be able to connect with consistently. That very frequency is the energy that is aligning you with this incredible timeline that I'm hearing is a very rare timeline as well. This is also why some people find it so difficult to access you at this time in the physical world because you are on a very rare, exclusive timeline. There aren't many people who are capable of connecting with this kind of frequency. But within all of that, you are also meant to be a path forger here of this rare, higher vibrational timeline that you are going to make more accessible to others as well. And I see that being a really powerful, essential part of your soul's mission here on the planet at this time. So for some reason, my guides are telling me to get into how you can know for sure that you've aligned with this timeline that we are describing. Keep in mind that there's no one hard and fast sign for knowing that you've aligned with a certain timeline, but I am going to list off some things that you might be experiencing that could be indicating for you that you've aligned with this timeline. If you're experiencing one or a few or even all of these things, then of course that's a very strong indication that you've connected with this new timeline. So the first thing coming up is an increase in number synchronicities. Finding repeating numbers. Specifically, I'm seeing on the clock. So you might look at the time or the clock right as it's at a certain repeating number synchronicity that might be significant to you in some way. That is one thing that you might be experiencing now. Now, another thing you might be experiencing is a bit of a strange symptom or sensation, and this is that you might be feeling a little bit more forgetful than usual, almost as though you're forgetting little things. This could be kind of like walking into a room and forgetting what you were walking in for, or trying to remember something that happened a week ago and for some reason you just can't recall it, even though your memory is usually really sharp. Now, of course, I'm not a doctor or medical professional, so I always recommend getting any concerning symptoms explored with a doctor, but I'm really picking up that you may have shifted onto this higher timeline. When this happens, it not only alters the present now moment and the future trajectory of your life, but in a sense it alters the energy of the past as well. And sometimes even literal aspects of the past. Now, of course, these collective experiences actually happen at a more generalized level as well. Many of you may have heard of the Mandela effect. And this is one example of when a whole segment of the collective shifts onto a different timeline and then collectively as a group remembers certain things from their past timeline that other people who didn't shift from that timeline don't remember or remember differently. So many of you may have explored the concept of the Mandela effect in the past, but essentially this is an example of when a large group of the collective shifts onto a different timeline and carries with them past memories of a timeline that technically, from a physical perspective, now doesn't exist anymore. But you can experience this on a personal level and in very small minute ways as well. So that could be another sign that you've shifted onto this timeline. Another sign is that certain people might be communicating with you differently. This can reflect in so many different ways. You might have people that you've communicated with very consistently suddenly dropping out of your life or communicating with you a lot less. You might have the opposite happening where suddenly people from your past pop back into your life, or new people suddenly come into your life and become part of your daily routine very quickly. These can all be signs. These shifts that happen seemingly very suddenly in your relationships can be indications that you've shifted onto this higher timeline. Another sign that's really just difficult to put into words is that things about your world just feel different. Specifically, as you're shifting onto this higher vibrational timeline, you might feel very deep levels of creativity or passion, love, fulfillment, self-empowerment like you've never felt before. This can be another indication that you've shifted onto this timeline. Now, of course, there are many other potential signs and synchronicities as well that could be coming along with this. Even if you simply align with this video and you're connecting with the content here but not necessarily experiencing those specific signs, don't worry, because if this feels all connected to you intuitively, that in itself is the number one most powerful sign that you've shifted onto this timeline we're describing. Because, of course, at the end of the day, it's really your intuition that is your pure connection to the divine, to the divinity within yourself, and however you connect with that or conceptualize that externally. Which, of course, from some perspective, those are the same as within, so without. So for some reason, my guides wanted me to talk about those three specific signs that might be relating for someone personally, but I am going to be reshuffling the cards here. Actually, I think it may have been 4 signs, I can't remember exactly, but those signs specifically my guides wanted me to touch upon. And I'm going to reshuffle here and just ask the guides, the collective guides surrounding and connecting with this reading from all over the world, what do those who have shifted onto this timeline need to know about where it is leading them? The first thing is a door, or maybe multiple doors, have closed here, and any closed door that you are currently experiencing, you need to understand, are actually a form of divine protection. I'm hearing, trust the closed doors, because your higher self and your spirit team have closed certain doors in your life right now for a reason. Can I get more information on some of these doors that have closed? Okay, so for some of you listening, a romantic door may have closed, so you may have been connecting with or talking with someone romantically and things may have dropped off very suddenly. For others of you, doors may have just felt closed in general recently in your love life. Things may have felt very blocked off, or as you were focusing quite a bit on self-love with the appreciation card, self-appreciation, but not just self-appreciation. I'm picking up that someone here has been really actively either gratitude journaling or doing something to really express and solidify a sense of gratitude or appreciation for not just themselves, but so many aspects of their life. Just really cultivating this sense of appreciative energy in their life, regardless of some of those closed doors that they've been experiencing. And in fact, I feel that something about the closed doors has actually allowed you to focus more exclusively and intensively upon these practices of appreciation. Now, for some of you, maybe it's less about journaling or something like that, and more so that you are doing something on a daily basis that is some kind of spiritual or energetic routine of sorts that is connecting you more with your power, with a higher energy, with Goddess of the Moon in the upright position. And again, something about this period of time where certain doors in your life may have actually felt very closed off has granted you the time and space to focus more heavily on these kinds of energy practices that are ultimately really aligning you with your goddess or God force energy here with Goddess of the Moon in the upright position. You might be really tapping into your inner divine feminine, regardless of what gender you are, or whether you resonate more so with the divine masculine or divine feminine, because we all do have a balance internally of both of these energies. So you could be dominant in either energy or really working on balancing the two. But regardless, I'm picking up that you are really coming into deep spiritual empowerment. Your divine feminine internally is extremely active right now because you have most likely been feeling a lot of passion, a lot of passion. A lot of creativity, maybe heightened connection to your own emotions, creating something in this world, artistically speaking. Maybe this is something to do with your art, your music, your family, your career, your business. I feel that you are just really in this creative mode, and this is connected with those daily energy practices or spiritual practices that are really keeping you aligned with this higher energy here. You're grounding this in, you're stabilizing this high-level frequency that I get the sense you've been kind of touching upon for a while. And that's why you've now fully aligned with this higher timeline that is bringing with it so much abundance and so many blessings just within the next 90 days of you really holding true to this frequency. I'm almost viewing this video as sort of a signpost along your path, if you will. It's almost a road sign, like you are driving along the road, moving in this really abundant, thriving, wonderful direction in your life, and this is a signpost letting you know to keep going with that, letting you know that you are on the right track. That whatever you're doing here is working in essence to keep you aligned with this high vibrational timeline that is bringing with it so much success, abundance, thriving, blessings, and all of those manifestations of this higher vibrational energy. Okay, so the main message here as well is to not allow anyone or anything to tempt you down into diluting that frequency. Also, to not question these routines or rituals that you have in place that seem to be having this huge impact in facilitating you grounding in and stabilizing this high-level energy. Even if many of these routines or rituals are misunderstood by others or might look unnecessary or mundane on the surface, they are having this really powerful impact, and I'm getting a sense that you might be feeling that emotionally after doing these things. You might feel energetically clearer, more connected with yourself, happier, more confident, but you might be questioning the effect that they are actually having on manifesting in your physical reality. So again, if you needed a sign about the kind of powerful impact that the direction you're moving in is going to ultimately have on your life, then I feel this is your sign. So I also got the World card connected to holding a heart in the upright position. Now this doesn't have to be a man literally, but this could be someone who's more so in their masculine energy, regardless of gender, who is connecting with you spiritually or energetically. This might be someone from your past, present, or future, but this seems to be someone who is capable of expanding with you. Not just capable, but willing to expand along with you, who doesn't feel threatened by your high frequency, but actually is connecting with you from that place and very attracted to the fact that you are holding that frequency. So I get the sense that maybe a door has closed romantically or things have felt blocked in your love life. But this person, again, it could be someone more so in their masculine, but it doesn't have to be as someone coming in or re-entering or harmonizing in your life who really connects with you from that high-level place. And this really feels like it has a divine timing aspect to it with the Patience card. I'm also getting the sense that for whoever I'm speaking to, this is something that you've been waiting for, something you've been very patient about. I'm getting a ringing in my right ear, so that can actually be some kind of sign here for someone. I'm also getting the garden and the gate upright, and I'm hearing protect your frequency, and the right people will connect with you naturally. So for some of you listening, again, you might be focusing a lot on personal development, appreciating yourself, really focusing on yourself in that way, but you might be wondering, will anyone be able to really connect with me from that place? If you needed a confirmation here again, I really feel this being that confirmation that there is someone here who really desires to connect with you from that super high vibrational place and is attracted to those aspects about you that other people with a lower vibration may have considered too much, simply because it threatened their comfort level at that lower vibrational place. What else can I channel here? Okay, so action in the reverse position, an angel of strength upright. I'm hearing there's strength and stability and peace. Sometimes there's strength and inaction, in a sense. So for someone listening, you may have felt guided to really focus on cultivating the energy of peace within yourself or your life, and at times you might feel as though you're slowing down more or not taking as much action in the physical world as the ego mind would want you to take. because the ego loves to see physical 3D movement, even if it's not necessarily productive movement, even if it's just movement for the sake of moving. And other people like to see that as well. In fact, many people mistake movement for progress, and I'm picking up that you are someone who's learned the power of your own energy alignment. You've learned that when you stabilize a sense of peace and harmony within yourself, when you find that foundation of alignment internally, this provides a basis for inspired action. And when you take action from that aligned place of being inspired too, the results that you see are exponential. They are tremendous compared to when you try to move forward the other way around. Many people on the planet do not understand this, but this is a deep understanding that you are coming into that is so different from so many of the people around you and from society collectively. So if this is you, I'm getting a message from your guides to stay strong in your knowing of the power of your own peace and stability and inner alignment, focusing on taking those inspired actions. But of course, the key word is inspired, not allowing yourself to be made to feel restless to try to rush things ahead into action when your intuition may be telling you to slow down and bring things into alignment first. So I'm hearing a new way you are showing a new way of doing things, not just to others, but from some perspective, you're showing it to yourself. Meaning you are in this training process of proving to yourself that this new way works for you, even if other people don't understand it, and even if your own conscious 3D mind doesn't always fully understand it. I'm hearing prove to yourself through practicing following your intuition, paying attention to what happens when you focus on cultivating peace within yourself and listening for those inspired impulses. And seeing how that works out in the most magical ways compared to when you try to rush forward into action for the sake of checking a box or looking productive to other people who don't understand this method that you are upon here. This way of lining up energy that you've really unlocked within yourself here. What else can I channel for all of the beautiful souls listening here? Once again, we have man holding a heart upright. So this person is so strongly in your energy. This is definitely someone that you felt intuitively, but you may have questioned your own intuition here or felt a bit blocked. If this is someone from your past, there may have been obstacles between the two of you in the past that are now being cleared. For others of you, this could be someone completely new, but there may have been divine reasons that this person couldn't connect with you more in the physical or couldn't meet you in the past. Maybe there were certain things that they had to work through in their own life in order for the two of you to come together. But I see them rising to meet you on this higher vibrational timeline, and the two of you connecting in this very 444. Energy with the happy family card, connecting in something potentially long-term, stable, really deeply fulfilling and full of love and care in the physical world as well, with caring connections in the upright position. Now, with the sacral chakra reversed and the deceit card reversed, I am picking up another thread of energy. I feel most likely this is not related to the person coming up as the man holding a heart that we've been channeling into here. This is something pulling on your sacral chakra, so there seems to be someone here who has a bit of a superficial energy, and they aren't being fully open and honest with you about something. There is some level of dishonesty or deceit here that I'm getting has just given you a bit of an icky energy from this person, for lack of a better word. Something has just felt off about this person or situation that you can't quite place, and because of that, you walked away from them or set boundaries here. Now, this could be a friend, a family member, a romantic situation. Your intuition, though, solidly informed you to set boundaries or to step away from this person. I'm getting that this deceit is coming from them being able, or I should say, being unable to connect with the energy of truth within themselves. So it's almost like they're trying to put on a front, but they're lying even to themselves. There's a lot of cognitive dissonance within this person, and I feel that in order for you to keep your balance with the magician and the mirror upright, in order for you to stay balanced and empowered, it was necessary for you to create some space here or to set some kind of boundary here. Can I get more information on who or what this person is? Okay, we have happy family in the upright position. So, okay, this is someone who can't connect with you at the moment on this high-level union or reunion timeline. Now I am getting, if this is a friend or a family member, this may be someone who feels a bit jealous or doesn't like to see you so happy and thriving and connected, especially with what's coming for you in love or what's happening in your life in love if you are in that harmonious relationship. But even if it's not love related, this is someone who seems to be, again, it's like jealous or envious or triggered insecurity within this person around you being on this timeline where I'm hearing many people seem to really enjoy your energy. They seem to really like you and connect with you. I'm getting this is someone who is projecting a bit of a weird energy because you are so adored, because so many people like you and love connecting with you. That is somehow triggering to this person, but it's almost like they can't be honest with themselves about that, so they're hiding it and presenting this somewhat fake or superficial kind of energy on the surface. Again, this could be a friend, a family member, a romantic situation from your past, but whoever this person is, know that your intuition has been guiding you very correctly when it comes to whatever boundaries you have set with them. I'm really just getting the message of doing your best to withdraw any additional focus or attention upon that person or situation. I feel it's coming up in the reading just to validate someone's intuition in creating some space here, but your main focus at this time is really meant to be on the personal frequency that you are cultivating and holding. Again, that seems to be bringing so many blessings into your life even within just the next few months, but especially in terms of abundance and in terms of love. Those are the two main blessings that seem to be coming up really strongly as you stay aligned with this particular timeline. So in the extended version of the reading, I am going to be going deeper into exactly what you are unlocking as you continue on this timeline, especially in terms of love and abundance. But of course, we can channel into anything else that wants to come through that reading as well. We will also be taking a look at any other threads of energy, messages, or people that might be connecting with you or affecting you in some way at this time. So if this reading has been resonating and you're feeling guided to join me in the extended version of the reading on Patreon, the link to join our beautiful Patreon Soul Tribe is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Otherwise, I am going to close the reading now with a Rumi Oracle card, and this card is Whirling Goddess. So let's go ahead and read a guidebook message from the card Lose Your Head. Not a single thread that has a head can go through the eye of the needle, Rumi. And the guidebook also says there is somewhere you are meant to be. It is here now in this moment. There is a gift right under your nose and fragrant wine in your glass, gleaming red as the most precious rubies. But your head will tell you this is not possible unless the door is unlocked, even though your body is passing through the keyhole of that locked door into the endless world beyond. Leave your mind to be in its struggles for a moment. Don't place too much stock in the claims that life should be other than it is. When someone asks what you are going to do next or how you are going to manage, you are given this divine mandate: with relish reveal the truth. I do not know nothing and dance, sweet soul, for all will unveil itself to you in perfect harmony and timing. Your heart shall create the steps in response to the music of the spheres, happening now, alive and spontaneous and free. So I'm going to close this reading here. If you do resonate with my energy, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. I am sending you all huge amounts of love and light energy. Have an amazing remainder of your day.